Welcome back, everybody. Oh my goodness, it's not often that we get to experience a new sound, a new percussion instrument, but that's what's happening in this video. Welcome back to World Drum Club, you guys. I am Kalani, your host and teacher here, and today I'm going to be demonstrating a new instrument called the Reco Electro. Here it is. And this was just sent to me by my buddy Axel from WTF Percussion. I'm not sure what WTF means, but maybe you'll understand by the time you're done checking this out. All right, so what is this thing? Here, let me give you the overview real quick. This comes out of the design of the Reco, which originally was a bamboo scraper, but kind of morphed into a spring attached to some sort of resonation tube, and there's examples of that. If you look up like LP Reco or Brazilian Reco, metal Reco, you'll see some examples of that. This one has the springs, as you can see, there's two springs on the top, and then this is electric, meaning it's amplifiable, right? You see two. It's got stereo, piezo, I don't know how to say it, piezo or piezo pickups inside. So it's a, the sound is acoustic. It's an acoustic sound, but it's amplified, right, by these pickups. And if I touch the edges, you can hear the effect. So it's a contact pickup, and then it's going out to the mixer, and that's what you're hearing. Now, if I just hit the spring, we've got an amazing, cool effect. It also picks up sounds from anything it's in contact with. So if I hit the post, for example, timbali post, percussion setup post, it's still you're gonna get that sound. And then underneath, it's like a whole nother instrument. So I've got several sounds. I've got this little jingle attached to a hi-hat stand. It also will pick up, and I'm gonna turn my mic off so you can just hear what's coming through the Reco Electro, but it'll pick up all sorts of things. Now, it's not gonna be as loud because it's traveling through several pieces of metal, but check this out. Okay, so you heard that. Now, the springs also, in addition to being able to play the springs, like a scraper, which is the Reco-ing part, by the way, I hope none of you are going to heckle me in the comments. Don't even think about it. No, I don't care. Go ahead. In addition to being able to play the springs, and I'm going to show you some ways that we can modify and change the sound of the springs, but the other big feature, and I think a really cool one of this, is that the springs are literally a spring reverb effect. All right, what is that? Well, spring reverb is a type of reverb, which is a sound effect. It's a type of noise, but it basically gives the impression of space, like a cavern, or a long hall, or a church, or a canyon, or something. It's a kind of echo effect, but it's not a literal echo, but it gives us, it extends the sound qualities out louder, right? So it's still going. If I mute the springs, that's what we call dry, right? And then let the springs be the spring reverb. Now we have this reverb effect without needing reverb. All right, so what this means is, if you take something like the more cowbell, let's add a cowbell onto the post. So I'm just attaching this cowbell. Let's crank it down. Now, check this out, you guys. I'm muting the bell because I want you to hear the reverb effect. All right, and that's just with a little stick. I'm not even getting out the big sticks. Isn't that cool? So you hear that effect. Now I'm gonna take the cowbell off because I want to go back to just playing the springs. But let's look at how you can modify the spring sound real quick. Now in the kit that I received, it comes with this. One thing you can do is you can unhook the springs. You could have one spring, all right, which is a different sound. Right? You can have the second spring, but you could, for example, you can cross the springs like this, overlap them, and they're really easy to unhook and hook. Now it's a much drier sound. I'm also going to switch to a triangle beater, just so you can hear different sound, different implements. That almost has a synth kind of sound, right? All right, very cool. Now, you can also use some of the foam. It comes with some foam. Let's start off with one spring, since I already took this one off. So it comes with this piece of foam. Here's one of them. This is the big one you can put in there. Now, it's not going to have much sustain, but full Reco mode. All right. Very percussive. Now, if that's overkill on the foam, you get little tiny bits of foam. So we could just do, like, I don't even know if these are going to stay in here. They're so small. You can do one little one. Oh, here's a bigger one. Maybe this is for stacking. I feel like there's all different sizes, you guys. And I think if I'm not mistaken, if you move these pieces of foam around, you should be able to get different harmonics. Like if we just go in the middle, maybe. I don't know, I haven't tried this yet. But you know, the middle of anything that vibrates is usually a node. So you're gonna end up with a little more than if you make it off center. Okay, that theory went out the window. But you see what I mean. I mean, you can just experiment. That's the thing. You know what? It might be easier than this. It's just going like this way. All right? But you see the point. All right, now we could, let's go with a little foam. We could use different implements. Here's a really crazy multi-pronged metal, I don't even know what this is called, weapon. All right, so you can, you know, different things. You could use a softer mallet or wood like we had earlier. And of course, this could also be a gong effect. It's, you know, it's not just a scraper. So now, finally, let's listen to a couple effects, because I think this is where, because it's electronic or amplified, you can add effects. I've got a few lined up here in my looper. I'm just going to start hitting buttons here, and we'll see what we get. Let's see what this one is. All right, this is a radio effect. Hello. Hello from the 1930s. All right, listen to this one. let's go to oscillator bot. All right, let's check one more out. This one is called preamp, and it's kind of like a distortion. Woo. All right, you guys. So I think that's enough for right now. I hope I've covered a range of things for this Reco Electro. You can find more out about this at WTF Percussion. I'll leave a link in the description. Axel's got some videos online, and I think a lot more information over on his website. You guys check it out. And I've got other products from WTF Percussion that I am going to be sharing you in another video. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for stopping by World Drum Club. I do appreciate it. And as always, if you like this, give it a thumbs up and click the bell so you get notifications, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. All right, thanks you guys. I'll see you in another video.